Imagine discovering that the medications you trust for your health might have slipped past safety checks, all because of a loophole in the system. This is the alarming reality uncovered by a recent investigation. And now, two influential U.S. senators are demanding answers. But here's where it gets controversial. Could the very agency tasked with protecting us be inadvertently putting lives at risk? ProPublica, a nonprofit investigative newsroom, has exposed a startling practice by the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, that raises serious questions about the safety of generic drugs entering the United States. In a bold move, Senate Special Committee on Aging Chair Rick Scott, R. Flora, and Ranking Member Kirsten Gillibrand, DNY, have called on the FDA to reveal the names of foreign drug manufacturers granted exemptions from import bans. These bans are designed to keep substandard or dangerous medications out of the country, but ProPublica's investigation, https www.propublica.org/FDA drug loophole Sun Pharma, found that the FDA has quietly allowed over 20 foreign factories to continue shipping drugs to the U.S. since 2013, despite serious quality concerns. Among them was a Sun Pharma plant in India. https www.propublica.org/FDA inspections/Sun Pharma drug exemptions, where repeated violations risked contaminating sterile injectable drugs. In their bipartisan letter to FDA Commissioner Marty McCary, the senators expressed grave concerns. These exemptions undermine U.S. policy, threaten drug safety, and jeopardize Americans' health. The FDA justified these exemptions as necessary to prevent shortages of essential medications such as antibiotics, anti-seizure drugs, and chemotherapy treatments. However, this practice was largely hidden from the public, healthcare professionals, and even lawmakers. Despite a 2012 law requiring transparency, the FDA only acknowledged these exemptions in a single footnote. https://document.org/documents/2474059 FDA Shortages Report 2023/document P16A265574 of a 25-page report in 2024. Scott's statement to ProPublica highlights the urgency. The FDA's actions mean potentially unsafe, low-quality drugs could be in American homes, putting our seniors at risk. That's unacceptable. Sun Pharma has defended its practices, claiming a relentless focus on quality and ongoing collaboration with the FDA. The agency, meanwhile, asserts that exempted companies must conduct additional quality testing under third-party oversight to ensure safety. Yet, critics argue this isn't enough. And this is the part most people miss. ProPublica discovered that decisions to override import bans were made by a small, secretive group within the FDA, led by longtime drug safety chief Janet Woodcock. In an interview, Woodcock stated, "We felt we didn't have to make it a public thing," raising questions about accountability and transparency. Woodcock retired in 2024 after nearly 4 decades at the agency. The senator's letter also follows a Senate hearing on drug safety, where former FDA Inspector Peter Baker revealed shocking findings from his time in India and China. "What we found was terrifying," Baker said, describing substandard factories rife with shortcuts and fraud. He argued that exemptions undermined inspectors' efforts to keep unsafe drugs out of the U.S. Government records detail horrifying conditions at some factories, including contaminated vials and destroyed quality testing documents. ProPublica's year-long investigation, https www.propublica.org/FDA drugs banned foreign factories list, used artificial intelligence and custom code to compile a list of exempted drugs, a task the FDA has never undertaken. The newsroom found that the FDA did not routinely test these drugs for safety or monitor patient complaints, leaving Americans potentially exposed to harm. Gillibrand's concerns echo those of many. This is a threat to our seniors and our national security. House members, including Representative Chris Deluzio, Democrat, have also criticized the FDA's actions. "We need stronger domestic manufacturing and a government that doesn't gamble with our health," Deluzio stated. The senators have given the FDA until mid-October to provide detailed information about these exemptions, and a second hearing is planned. But the bigger question remains, how can we ensure the drugs we rely on are truly safe? Should the FDA prioritize preventing shortages over stringent safety checks? Weigh in below. Your perspective could shape this critical conversation.